That's the phoenix. Poof, into flames, bang, egg, new you. And so, you know, that's the ability to learn. Now human beings are very strange creatures, right? Because we're very malleable compared to most animals, you know, like grizzly bears now and grizzly bears 1,000 years ago. It's like, whatever, they're the same thing, they do the same thing, there's no transformation. But human beings, we have this massive brain, and you know, it's a pain because it means you have to take care of human children until they're 40, and and that's a big burden, and so, you know, we pay a big price for it. It also makes childbirth very difficult, and it's costly. You have to eat a lot because you have a big brain, because it uses up a lot of energy, and so, you know, you pay a price for it. But the advantage is you're plastic, you can learn. Now learning is a strange thing, because you can think of it as just acquiring more information, but you could also think of it, and this is more accurate, as finding out something that you're doing wrong, so that's sort of built into you, like a character element of your character, a presumption of your perception, or a deep habit. It's really built into you. It's a neural structure, right? It's alive, and you have to kill it because it isn't working properly. And the pain that you go through in part when you're suffering because you did something stupid is, it's something like the neurology, I can never get this quite right, it's the pain of the death of that structure. And that can be a huge chunk of you, you know, if you really have to go through a massive revision. It's like the person that comes out the other end might hardly be the same at all. You know, that happens, for example, if you're trying to combat alcoholism, which is just, you know, a wretched thing to do because, well, all your friends are alcoholic, all your family drinks too much. The only thing you know how to do when you're socializing is to go to the bar and drink too much. You know, and you spend like 20 hours a week on it. It's like, it's not just that you're addicted to the substance, it's like that's how you live. And so if you want to stop being an alcoholic, not only do you have to stop drinking alcohol, but you have to stop seeing all your drunk friends, and maybe you've had them for your whole life, and you have to have continual battles with your drunk family, and then you have to figure out something to do with that 20 hours that's now like hanging around your neck like an albatross. And so you have to let that whole part of your personality die, and a new part has to spring forth, and that's what the phoenix is. And the phoenix is the capacity of the person to transform. And so when Harry gets bit by the snake that freezes him, he gets seriously injured. The phoenix comes in, cries some tears in his wound, it repairs him, bang, he's back to life. And the strange thing is that that's okay with all of the viewers. Now why would that be? There's nothing about it that's rational. Nothing. Right? Magic castle? That's not rational. Giant snake underneath it? That's a little more rational. Turning you to stone, going down there to face it, being rejuvenated by a phoenix? It's like, yeah, that's okay. We'll watch that. We'll swallow it. We'll be completely engaged in it. And the reason for that is because it's a myth. It's about how people, it's a meta story about how to act, about how to conduct yourself in the world, to face the things that you're afraid of that would otherwise paralyze you, to let the death of what is insufficient about you occur, and then to wait for the rebirth.